Gentlemen, let's talk about the sucker, the simp, and the flesh pimp. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW monk, back at you one more again. Don't pay attention to that messy bed behind me. Don't pay attention to that. You're not supposed to notice that shit. But being as that I haven't done next to nothing today except take my mother out for dinner, got that old bat some fish and some hush puppies. She's actually probably going to watch this right now and she's going to spit. She's going to spit her fucking coffee out and she's going to say, "Did you just tell them what I ate for dinner?" The sucker, the simp, and the flesh pimp. What's the easiest one? The sucker, right? In my opinion, the sucker is the easiest one to talk about. Now, I'm not going to promise you that this video is going to be done in 10 minutes. Because without going into all of this bullshit, well, that's going to be some bullshit. The sucker. We are seeing a brand new wave of suckers coming into the world, coming into the manosphere, getting hooked on asshole thought streamers, asshole Twitch streamers, the Twitch thought. The thought audit is going to be brought back. Oh, you thought we forgot, hoes? We didn't forget. You better pay your taxes or some entrepreneurial MGTOW or monk might just sell your ass out. Make sure that the government gets part of that simp money too. It sucks to be a sucker. It sucks to wake up one day and realize just how much of that fucking cheese that you grated for her while you was on your knees. Oh, yeah, it does. It sucks to wake up to that idea that you probably get. I've seen dudes just give away, and I hate that word dudes, but I think it applies here in this case. Give away thousands of dollars. You know, case in point, Tommy Lahren freshly dumped whatever he was, right? The guy's running for Congress or some nonsense, right? Which I guess running for Congress isn't nonsense, but even this guy's a sucker, right? How can you look at Tommy Lahren and listen to that medieval bitch talk all of that smack that she was talking and then put a $50,000 rock on her finger? This bitch turned her nose up at a $50,000 rock. I think anybody dumb enough to pay $50,000 for something that was mined from the earth deserves what they get. That's your sucker. That's the modern sucker. And this right here is the modern gateway for the modern sucker. You see how easy it is for them? A few years ago, not that long ago, all of these bitches were in whorehouses, strip clubs, brothels. They were out on the corner tricking for Johns. Now they sit behind one of these right here. Now they sit behind a phone and they get paid more to do infinitely less. The payoff for the person paying is nada. It's a 100% loss monetarily. And there is no percentage that can be calculated when it comes to your integrity and your soul. But I guess if that's what makes you happy. That's the sucker. The simp. The simp is very, very, very similar to the sucker. With one noticeable difference, the simp takes a great deal of pleasure in running up the ass of that female or whatever it is that they want, but typically it's that female. The simp will run out there and say to everybody, look at my bitch. Oh, look at her. Oh. And you've never met her. I just love that bitch. Oh, I just love her. I love her. And you never met her. You gave her a lot of money, though. The sucker and the simp and the flesh pimp. Who's the flesh pimp? Who is the flesh pimp? Who are the modern pimps of the world now? It's not Rodrigo out on the corner. It's not the dude with the glass shoes and the goldfish in them. That's not the modern pimp. The modern pimp, when we're talking about men and women, is 100% women. 100%. Now, there's a couple of cold-ass men out there, and they'll give them 5 across the eyes if they don't come across with that check every night. But I ain't worried about that. You know why? It's their choice. My body, my choice. Accept them consequences. You get 5 across. You get both sides, motherfucker. So shut your bitching up. Quit complaining. Women are the modern pimp. They pimp themselves. You feel me? You understand that? They pimp themselves. And then they'll come out the other side of their face and don't objectify me. What you looking at my titties for? My eyes are up here. Yeah, but all them parts that I want's down there under your neck. That's what is unfathomable to me. And well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should say that it's unreasonable. It's unreasonable. What do you actually need a woman for? Now, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I really do. I mean this in the nicest way possible. What do you really need them for? I was thinking about this the other day. In my current frame of mind, I I enjoy my time by myself on this messy bed, when I'm walking out there somewhere doing something, when I'm over here doing something, or when I'm over here doing, oh shit. I'm gonna set that one right over there. I'll get with you later, baby. Be ready. That's what pleasure is. You see, I've got these awesome shooting glasses right here. They're a little dusty. Look at that. Take them off. Oh, yeah, boy. Fucking range ready. I gotta get some ears, though. Range out there where we're at, that's a loud motherfucking range, boy. They got all manner of shit out there. Good stuff, too. They got a minigun out there, man. A minigun. I have boners for guns now. And that's a good thing. You know why? Because I spend my money on things that reciprocate. Oh, yes. I used to come home and I'd see the flesh pimp laying on the bed. I could tell there was some hard work going on because there was a little beads of sweat on her brow. Honey, what'd you do today? I had a tough day, Daddy. Tell me what you did. Tell me. Maybe I can help you. See that big box of chocolates over there? I didn't finish the story because it just breaks my heart. The sucker, the simp, and the flesh pimp I want you to understand all of those things, and I want you to keep those in mind when you're running down the road in life and you start having second thoughts. You start having second thoughts about, am I missing out on something? I never got no love when I was young. And don't take that the wrong way, gents. I'm not making fun of you, man. It's just that when you get the opportunity to look back on things and your life is a little settled and life is actually really good, man. If you can give yourself an opportunity to settle things, if you can kind of square your debts up, if you can get yourself a nice food supply going, you can put down 12 solid months if you have the ability. There's so many people out there that don't, and I feel fucking awful for them and terrible for them. But when you waste that time, when you waste your productive years doing dumb shit, granted, a lot of people helped you do the dumb shit, but it's all on you. You know, you put 12 months into your life saving your money. I'm not even joking when I say this. Saving your money, not spending on frivolous shit. And I don't consider that gorgeous black sharp motherfucker right there to be frivolous. Oh no. Oh no. It may just become intimate with home intruders should they decide to intrude this home. I don't consider things like that frivolous. Like I got all my shit packed and we're ready to vacate out this motherfucker. That's why I don't have anything on the walls. That's why the studio's not set. Actually, there never really was a studio. It was just me sitting on my bed with a bunch of stuff behind me, you know. But it was also on that wall and that wall and that wall over there. I got lots of shit, lots of good shit, lots of stuff that I spent time doing. You think I could have any of that if I was a sucker, a simp, or fallen victim to the flesh pimp? Do you think that I could have any of that? I couldn't have none of that. So at the end of the day, you have to weigh your options. What are your options? Do you want all that shit and her? You better go rob a bank. You better get you a really good fucking lawyer. Get you some Bezos cash. I don't feel too bad for Bezos. He dropped what? 60 billion? And here this COVID thing comes along. What a coinky dink. And he's done earned back 43 of that billion. 43 billion in a few months. He didn't lose nothing, man. It was a goddamn speed bump. It was a bump in the road for somebody like that. You know, that's the kind of fool that can catch wind of you and just disappear your ass. It's an honor to be disappeared by you, Mr. Bezos. Get that fucker out of here. Fuck them. Fuck them all. But that's kind of what it's about, gents. What do you want more? What do you want more out of life? Do you want a shot at having something that's going to be decent? Do you want a shot at, if you like firearms like I do? I just can't keep my fucking hands off. I shouldn't unclothe this motherfucker right here. I shouldn't. Oh. Good, nice. Look at them lines, man. You see them? The sight. Do you want the opportunity to be able to have those things? You want to go out like a couple of MGTOW, get a motorcycle, a crotch rocket. You want to be 100% happy with that? Or 30% happy with a pea sleeve laying next to you, taking up all your goddamn space? Now, I wouldn't be so cold and merciless with that surmise if it wasn't the truth. It is the truth, and you all know that it's the truth. And when you have those heart feelings, when your chest tightens up, when your stomach gets a knot or two, When you start regretting things, it's because that weakness is trying to take root in you again. It doesn't mean that you got to go out and every woman that you see, slap a bitch, throw her fucking food on the ground. I might just laugh my ass off if I saw it, but I wouldn't participate. You know what I'm saying? That's just fucking funny. I'm sorry I'm chuckling, but that's funny. You know, what do you want, man? What do you want? You want to be the sucker, the simp, or the flesh pimp? Or, hold on. I got an idea. Maybe you might just want to walk away. Maybe you just might want to give yourself an opportunity. Maybe you might want to give yourself a chance where you're giving every Tom, Dick, and Jane around you opportunities and chance to bend you over. Maybe you might give yourself the opportunity to succeed. But you got to work through this shit in your head. See, it's not your heart and it's not your gut. All of that shit comes from here. You got to undo all of the damage that has been done to you. You at least have to get to a point where you can live with it, like so many of us do. I made my choice over a decade ago. A decade. You see, when people like acid in my fucking mouth, Charlize Theron or Tommy Lahren come out and they start throwing them arrows and slings at men, I know exactly where that's coming from. I know what's going on. These motherfuckers are used up. Lahren at 28 is a carousel rider. When she decided to get on Facebook and give her little speech and say what she thought about men, I commend her for that. Because every bitch that does that red pills thousands of men. Thousands. A lot of those men that she was talking to were fans of hers. They did see her in a certain light. But because she's emotional and could not control herself, she got on Facebook Live and decided to bitch slap all men. Well, you men. It didn't faze me. It didn't do nothing to me. All I did was sit back and look at it and laugh my ass off. I put a video out saying my surprise about how few men were picking up on it. And then it fucking exploded. I mean, I don't know if that had anything to do with me saying that. But maybe. And then it exploded. You know, you have your usual suspects that are going to get in on stuff like that. And it's all good. And I expect them to. And in every realm, if it's PUA, if it's red pill, blue pill, black pill, the universal condemnation for what that hoe said, it was universal. I don't see anybody other than women, and some women, even women were going in on her. You know, you get what you fucking deserve. And she got what she fucking deserved. And don't feel bad for Tommy Lahren. Don't feel bad for Charlize Theron. These people will end up with some vacuous, vacant, hollow motherfucker that will use them for their money, fuck their bodies, and not give them anything substantial. Which is exactly what they bred out of men. Symmetry. So don't be the sucker, the simp, or the flesh pimp. Keep your head on a swivel. Always stay tuned. Always look for that shit in everything that you do. And just as importantly, everything that motherfuckers around you do. When you catch them slipping, say something. Say something. Because if you start backing off, if you start backing down to shit like that, say, hey man, no. That bitch don't deserve nothing from you. Oh man, don't you think you're being a little... You giving them fucking eyes right there. I'm a little what, bitch? The fuck you talking about? You check them. You got to check yourself, so you check the people around you. Don't let that poison get back in your body. Because when it takes root again, you probably won't survive. That red pill you, that MGTOW you, it'll be dead. It'll be gone. Yeah. Enjoy yourselves tonight, gentlemen. Have fun. Second one for Friday. Goddamn, it's a Friday. I think I'll get on here and do a couple tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. We getting to that 1,000 subs, man. We've bumped up there 250, 300 subs already. I'm really surprised at that, but I'm happy about it. A lot of folks are like, "God damn, you're back," and I'm like, "Yeah. Well, we had a change of heart. Don't worry, I'll explain that one to you sometime down the road. I don't normally go back on the things that I say, but this is twice now that I have kind of bitch slapped myself, I would say, and came back to this platform when I swore to fucking Christ I would not come back to this platform. But there's too many people out here to just ignore. That's pretty much the gist of it. But, maybe I'll explain it a little more in depth down the road. There's too many people to just leave twisting in the wind here. So I don't give a fuck if I got to make a channel tomorrow, another channel next week, another channel the week after that. I don't care. I don't care. We're pretty firmly entrenched, and that's not going anywhere. Gentlemen, have yourselves a wonderful night, and I'll catch you on the next one.